Welcome back to my channel. As the title says, it is the Instagram Baddie Makeup tutorial. So if you're on Instagram, obviously all of you are, because you clicked on it to see how are all these girls having perfect eyebrows, perfect lip colors, and just like bomb minimal makeup that just looks so flawless. So I'm here to show you guys all the secrets, all the tips, all the tricks. First, I have to apologize because I did film my eyebrows, but I lost the footage, so I'm so sorry. But I will definitely put an eyebrow tutorial up right away. And yeah, but this is the look right here. Very bomb. I put the diamond choker that everyone's wearing, and you know, if you're on Instagram and you're a baddie, you gotta have gray hair. So I put on the gray hair and a deep plunging dress from an Instagram boutique. So this video has everything that you're looking for. So definitely, if you're interested on just recreating this look or just something like this that you want to do, go ahead and keep on watching, and I'll see you after the video. And now we're gonna get started. Next, what we're gonna do is grab some tape that will have an eyelash on it, and I'm just going to put it on the corner of my eyes. You guys see me do this many times, and I'm just going to line it with the corner of my eye all the way up to my brow tail, just like that, just so we can have all the shadows nice and sharp and neat, just as a good guideline for everything that we're about to put on. Okay, so the palette I'm going to be using is the NYX Ultimate palette. This one's really good, especially for all the neutral shades. And this one I got at Ulta, and I think it was like $18. Very inexpensive for such a really good palette. So first I am going to go in with this warm orangey shade right here, which reminds me a lot of Anastasia Beverly Hills Sienna. And I'm just going to be blending that right into my crease. And this brush that I'm using is from Sonia Kashuk. Okay, so now that those shades are blended on the eyes, I'm going to move on to the next color. I think I'm going to go in with, I'm not sure if I want to do this one. I want like a berry color. Yeah, so I'm going to go in with this one right here. So it's the one over. And I'm using the same brush, and in this one I'm just going to focus it into the outer V and in the crease. But I'm not bringing it up too high. So next what we're going to do is darken up the outer crease, and I'm just going to take this Sephora brush. I'm trying to remember the name, it's like so old. It's just a precision eyeshadow brush. It looks just like this, and I'm going to dip into the darkest shade here, which is the same plum color, but just more deeper. And this one I'm only going to focus on the outer corner. I don't know if I'm going to bring this into the crease yet. I'm not sure. Let me see how this goes first. So I am going to blend into the crease, but I'm not going to bring it all the way forward. I'm pretty much going to stop right here. I'm not going to bring it all the way to the end. And just like that. And then going back in with the same MAC 217 brush, I'm just going to blend it out. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is on the lid, I'm going to add this MAC pigment in the shade Melon. And I'm just going to pack this on the lid. Dip into the product here, and then what I'm going to do to intensify it is I'm going to spray it with some setting spray. I'm going to set it with some setting spray, just one pump like that, and then I'm going to pack that on the lid only. I like to go over it a few more times just so it's as intense as it can be. And even with my finger, I'll go ahead and dab some in. And then with that same brush earlier, the Sephora one, I'm gonna just blend it into the glitter. Just like that. Okay, so now we got the pigment on the eyes, the shadow's down. we're going to remove that tape. Now what we're going to do next is a wing liner, so if you feel more comfortable using the tape, you can definitely still leave it on and do your wing liner. As for me personally, I don't like the way I apply my wing liner with the tape. I feel like I just make like a crazy wing, so I just freehandedly do it. The gel liner I'm going to be using is from e.l.f. So I'm going to take the Anastasia brow brush and I'm just going to dip into the gel liner. Oh my god, don't you love when you have a new gel liner and you just get that first good layer. So I'm just going to dip into the liner and start creating my wing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the outer edge of my eye. I'm basically going to map out how long I want it to be. So as to there, and then I'm going to start from the lid. And easily connect it like that. So now we got the lid going on and we got the outer part to see how far we're going to take it. Then I like my wing to be about right here, and I'm just going to drag downwards and connect it to the bottom. Just like that. And basically all I'm going to do next is fill it in. And just like that. So what I like to do next is to intensify the wing even more, and then for it to last all day and all night, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take any flat brush, angled brush, doesn't really matter, and I'm just going to dip into any black shadow. Any black shadow that you have is fine. And I'm just going to tap and I'm going to set that wing. You can also do the same when you do a liquid liner. It'll help set that wing so it really doesn't smudge or move throughout the day. And you know, with like the natural oils in the eye or sweating, it won't rub off so quickly. And it makes the wing more darker and it intensifies a little more. So what I like to do after that, I'm going to take that concealer again. First I'm going to clean this brush because it has all that pigment on it. But I'm going to take that same, actually I think I'm going to take the foundation color and I'm going to clean up the wing. So what you want to do is basically get a flat brush and just sweep right next to that wing and it'll sharpen it up. Just like that. You saw how I cleaned it up and made it much more sharper. And all you do is just blend it out. Bam. Okay, so now that we're done with the eyes, I'm going to move next to my lashes. Now you can see me use these a lot lately. I'm going to use them again because I love them, and they're my Huda Beauty lashes in the style Scarlet number 8. So next we're going to move on to face. Now that the eyes are done, we got the lashes on, so the look is slowly coming together. So for this look, pretty much on Instagram has like flawless skin. They got a nice glowy look going on. Their contours like so smooth and blended, so that's really what we're gonna go for. So I'm gonna take that Mehron stick again in the shade dark olive because that's my color, and I'm just going to apply this all over my face. Definitely use a primer if you use a primer. I'm not putting one on because I'm going to take this off after, so there's really no point in using a primer because I don't need it to last for 8 hours right now. But definitely use a primer that you always use and then go ahead and go in with your foundation. So when it's on just like that, I'm going to take this oval brush right here. This one is from Magic Collection, and this one I actually got from a beauty supply like down the street from my house, and it was only $10 and it works so good. I've been obsessed with using this lately, so it's so good. So I'm just going to use this and blend out my foundation. And in just circular motions, I'm just going to blend that all over my face. So now that our foundation is blended out, next thing we're going to do is go in with our concealer. Today I think I might mix two, but first I'm going to go in with the Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline. And this one is in the shade 190 Nude. So I'm just going to twist this up and use this on all the areas I want to bring forward and highlight. But I think I am going to mix two because this one's going to be the base. All the Instagram baddies have a bright under eye highlight, so I'm going to make sure to have that. This one's really good if you just want that natural highlight. But I'm just going to put this down first so that way it'll blend out nicely with that bright one. And then the next color I'm going to put down, this one from Maybelline. It is the Master Conceal, and this one is in the shade 20 Light. So with my finger, I'm just going to grab it and pat it in there. And then with the Beauty Blender, I'm just going to blend out that concealer. And just because I want it a little bit brighter, I'm actually going to go ahead and grab some of that Glamouflage one from Hard Candy. And I'm just going to pat it under here. Just because I want that under eye to be really bright. And there you have it. So next what we're going to do is go ahead and contour. I'm actually going to be using, I think, another Mehron stick. This one is in the shade, Dark Egyptian. So I'm just going to map this here on my cheeks and around my forehead. Not using a lot because a little goes a long way with this product. And I'm just going to grab a flat brush and I'm just going to add this to my nose. So next we're going to blend that all out. Okay, so now I'm going to blend out that cream contour. I'm going to be taking the Rote Techniques brush that looks like this. It's the dual fiber brush. And I'm just going to be using that to blend out the contour. So just keeping it right here. I'm going to be blending this in circular motions just so I can get the color to blend out. And then in forward and backward motion, I'm just going to start bringing that contour forward. I'm still circling it and blending it out. And blending upwards also. Around my face and connecting it to the top. Really circling it and blending it all out. So as you can see, it's starting to shape the face and starting to do its job. And you can pretty much do the same thing with the Beauty Blender. I just find that I blend it much better with the brush. But definitely you would have to play around and see which best works for you. But if you don't like using the Beauty Blender, then maybe you can try this brush out. Now it's a little bit harsh in some places and a little bit rough. So I'm just going to take the Beauty Blender and I'm just going to blend all over it just so it can soften it up and not be so harsh. And again, with the side that we use for concealer, I'm going to pat in those areas again, just to make sure that concealer doesn't go away or hide. And for the nose, I'm actually going to use basically the same thing as that big one I just used for my face, but we're going to use a smaller one for the nose. So I'm just going to blend this here. Now the closer you put the lines, the more thin your nose is going to look. So we definitely want to do that because we want to turn this Shrek nose into a Kim Kardashian nose. At least so we're going to try. And just like that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is set my under eyes and my face. I'm going to be using Airspun powder in the shade Honey Beige. And I'm going to take a damp beauty blender and I'm just going to pack this right under my eyes and only the areas that we use to conceal. And what we're going to do is leave this right now so it can bake for a couple minutes. Then what I'm going to do is take another powder. I'm actually going to take the Ben Nye powder in the shade Banana, and I'm only going to use this for my jaw. I really don't want to put that light one because I don't want it to be intense all over the face. I really just want this front part to be highlighted. So here we still want it to be chiseled, but we just don't want it to be as intense. So the Banana shade is a really good color to use. And to apply that, I'm going to be using this little triangle sponge just to make sure I keep it nice and sharp under the jaw. And that is all I'm doing. And because I want my nose to be really snatched, I'm also going to put it right up in here. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to contour the nose. The powder that I'm going to be using, I believe I'm going to take the Toofaced bronzer in the shade Dark Chocolate Soleil, and I'm going to take this fluffy beige cosmetics brush and I'm just going to chisel that nose. Basically where we put those two lines earlier for the cream contour, we're going to trace over that. And I think I'm going to go in with a darker shade, which is this bronzer from Ross. It's from Gotta Be Urban. And next what I'm going to do to highlight that nose with the powder, I'm going to change the powder to this one. It's the Bare Minerals Concealer Powder. And this one I like because it's really intense and it's really good for the nose. So I'm just going to take that triangle sponge again and I'm going to lay it on my nose here down the bridge. And on the tip of my nose. A little goes a long way with this powder because it's really intense. And just like that. So I'm just going to let the face bake. And while we do that, we're going to finish under the eyes. So I'm going to take a small pencil brush. This one's from Beige Cosmetics as well. And I'm just going to be using the same shadows we use on top at the bottom. So first I'm going to go in with that orangey shade. And blend that right underneath my waterline. Just like that, and then to intensify it, I'm just going to grab that dark one here and just keep it on the outer corner only. Not bringing it all the way in. Just like that. So I finished the eyes already, both underneath, and I put some eyeliner on the waterline because I felt it was a little too bare, so I wanted it to be a little bit more dark. I'm going to go in with that same bronzer that I used for my nose, and I'm going to apply it on the outer parts of my face. And I'm going to be using a big fluffy brush from Sunny Kaushik. It looks just like this, and it's so cute. It says blend on it. How cute is that? And I'm going to dip into the bronzer, and I'm going to just apply it around my face. It's just gonna warm up the skin and really get us to start contouring the face and pulling the whole look together. Now that the face is warmed up, I'm just gonna go in and contour the cheeks a bit. I'm probably gonna have to go over it some more right now when I'm done dusting off, because it does get a little lighter, but I'm just gonna intensify it along the way. And I'm just gonna take this dome little brush right here from Sephora, and I'm gonna be taking this LA Colors contour palette, and I'm gonna be taking the darkest two shades here and mixing together, and just apply it right back here, just tuck it in right here, and really have the cheekbone look lifted. We don't want to bring it too much forward over here because it's going to start creating lines in the face. And that is what we don't want. And along the jaw, I'm just sharpening it up. And about the nose. Just the bottom, just to make it more lifted. Next, what I'm going to do is go ahead and dust off. And I'm going to take this big fluffy brush from the Vintage Cosmetics. This one I think I picked up at Marshall's or Ross, one of those. And I just saw this big fluffy brush and I was like, oh my god, I need that to dust off. So in circular motion, I'm just gonna basically dust off that bottom. Now that Bare Minerals one that I use, it's so intense that look, I'm dusting off and it's still like there. So that's a good thing that I leave for that, for the nose, because I really wanted to make sure it looks contoured all day long. I like to go with that Kat Von D brush and just blend here just to get right up in there. Then what I'm going to do is take that same bronzer brush that I used with no additional product, just with whatever's on it, and just warm up the face just because they got a little bit lighter, like I said when we baked. So I'm just bringing that color back. And then going back in with that same LA Colors contour kit, I'm going to grab that really light shade and just sweep it underneath the bottom. And next what I'm going to do the next thing I'm going to do is go in with my highlighters. So I'm going to be using a few of them. First one I'm going to use is Laura Geller Gilded Honey. And this one I got at Ulta, just for any of you who are wondering where I picked it up. And I'm going to take this MUA professional brush that I got at CVS, this fan brush. And I'm just going to dip right into there and add that to my cheekbone. Yes. We really want to have that glowy skin because everyone on Instagram has like that bomb glow. So for the nose, I like to just use my finger and just apply it in those areas that we added that powder, just to make the nose look more matched. And then next, I'm going to go in with Becca in the shade Opal. And I'm just going to dip into that and add that to the high points of my cheeks and around the forehead, tip of my nose, on the bridge, and on the cupid's bow. Yes. Then I'm going to set my whole face with this Wet n Wild setting spray. Yes. And just have that soak into the skin. And while it's soaking into the skin, I like to go in with another highlighter. I'm just going to grab my same Laura Geller one. And I'm going to dip into here, really get a lot. And then while it's drying, I'm going to pat it on my cheekbones just to make it more intense. Bam! So next thing we're going to do is go with some lip color. You can definitely do a nude lip. It will look so good. Very, still natural, but still got that full glam going on. Lip color, I'm going to take Toofaced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Drop Dead Red. And I'm just going to apply it on the lips. Yes! Hey everyone, so I hope you enjoyed the video. It was so much fun to make and such a really cool look because this is obviously my go-to look that I go to every single time I don't know what I'm doing. So it was fun to put this under the Instagram baddie title because I'm not gonna say anything, but I think this title fits me. Just kidding, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really hope you learned something. Like always, you guys can leave down your suggestions, comments, anything down below in the comment bar, and all the info will be in the detail bar below. You know which one I mean. So all that information will be down below. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. Every single one of you who has subscribed so far and are just with me on this journey, and it's just so much fun. And yeah, so if you like this look, let me know. Leave this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.